Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors in Winston, Chester. Glad you're here this Friday morning. Got a great show lined up, but first our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of 77 and 231. Well, I'm sorry, 77 Baldwin. I was thinking about they're going to get that 231 corridor, from the Baldwin. I was thinking about how nice that's going to be when they get it finished and all. All this road construction we're having here is going to really be nice, but next year or two it's going to be some tough driving. Okay, high today is going to be 69. Actually, we got this cold front coming in. Rain is all around, so be aware of all this rain we're having and drive safely. I was thinking this morning while I was getting ready for the show. In fact, I took a minute to look up some stats about driving in the rain. We're 15% of all the fatalities of all the driving accidents in America happen during the rain. Now, you say that's not very many, but you stop and think how much it doesn't rain 24 hours a day, so it's a huge number. Actually, 24% happen on wet conditions after the rain. So, it's something to be aware of. I've always, on the driving, I've always been very, very much of a defensive driver. You always got to watch out for other folks, and sometimes I tell my grandkids who some of them are getting ready to drive, so I got to be like a radar, just constantly look around and all. And it's even more scary with the distracted driving now. Is becoming we've talked about that before. So be aware of the driving conditions and slow down and realize that vehicle is going to slide a lot if you put on brakes real fast, and you're not going to have the control of it. So always really take driving very, very serious. Anyway, I want to just pass that on. I was thinking about the safety of it is so important, especially you got folks in there riding with you while you're driving. Okay, our river readings today, looking at the Apalachicola at Bluntstown. It's brought to us by Sandhill Seafood, and we're looking at the same reading. We've had the same chart, looks like all week long. The Apalachicola is reading 2.9, right under 3, and the Choctaw Caribbean is at 5 foot, and not much movement at all as far as going up and down. So be aware of that. And we got this rain coming through. It's going to turn cold. It's going to get back to freezing weather this weekend, and just be aware of that. I know a lot of y'all, including myself, probably tomorrow night. I don't know about tonight, but I know tomorrow night we're going to throw another log on the fire. Saturday night, probably Sunday afternoon. After it's going to be cool again. So make sure if you got any firewood, make sure you keep it dry though. The tide chart. I don't have the tide chart with me. We'll get it soon, but I'll go ahead and read the tides to you. Not a big movement, but their afternoon tides is going to be low at 4:07 this morning, and a high at 5:51 this afternoon. The marine forecast will be west-southwest at 10 to 20. And take a look at our fishing game times. We like to do them on Friday on this section here, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. Looking at 8:25 to 10:25 this morning, and this evening from 8:49 to 10:49. So understand what's going on there as far as good pattern. We're going to be fishing tomorrow. We're not going to go fishing about the middle of the day, about 10ish or 11. It's because the tide's going to be coming in. So, and we just see how strong the wind is right now. Like I said, they're calling for west. Tomorrow's going to switch a little bit out of north to be northwest tomorrow. All right, take a break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, and a special good morning to Mr. Comerford. Mr. Comerford, everybody knows him, especially on the east side of town. Man loves to fish. 92 years old and still fishing. I ran into Mr. Beck during the holidays, and he goes with him some, and what a great situation. Y'all know his sons, Eddie Joe and Alan and all the Comerfords and all, but Mr. Comerford is quite an outdoorsman, and he can catch a fish when nobody else can. So special good morning to you, sir. Okay, we're gonna have to just take some time to add some names. Okay, so we gotta do our drawings today. So here we go. Lisa Ward, Otter Creek. Greg Ward, Otter Creek. Clark Fohan up there. Allison Fohan. Saw them the other day. Sam McBroom up in the Funiac Springs. Bonnie McBroom, the Funiac. And Steve McBroom, the Funiac. Kenny Bostick, Lynn Haven. Martha Bostick, Lynn Haven. Robert Burke, up in Vernon. okay? And also Sonia Burke in Vernon, Jeff Carroll, West Bay, actually Prosperity. So we put Westville, Tina Carroll, Prosperity, Leonard Dean, Ebro, Mike Getz, Panama City Beach, Billy Goodson, Sneeds, Sandra Goodson, Sneeds, Joanne Maxwell, Ned Maxwell. If you don't put it on here, I'm assuming you're from Panama City, okay? All right. Now moving on, got another stack right here. Let's go with Rayford Neighbors, Youngstown, Tracy Neighbors, Youngstown, Shannon Newsom, okay, works up there at Gulf Coast Electric, Billy Joe Newsom, up there at Youngstown, Sean Pittman, Panama City Beach, Ethan Robertson, Panama City, Robert Scarabin, Weewall, Nate Schaefer, Panama City Beach, Brooke Stanford, Taylor Stanford, right here in Panama City, Hiram Tyson Blueberries up there at Bonifay, and Judy, Miss Judy Tyson, Edward Turner, Lynn Haven, Stephanie Turner, Lynn Haven, Chris Walding, Panama City, Shelley Walding, and Shirley McDougal, and Stacy McDougal from Panama City. Almost have one in here. Jamie Ross, Tracy Waldo from Weewall, one of the River Queens down in Weewall. Pam Davidson, Panama City. Bobby Davidson, Panama City. Kate Mullen, John Mullen. Okay. Mike Fitzgerald, Betty Macareese, Panama City Beach, and Mike is from Panama City Beach. Cindy Macareese, Panama City Beach. Randy Macareese, Panama City Beach. Isom Young, the Funiac. Chris Young, the Funiac. And Cindy Macareese and Betty Macareese. I think I just added those, didn't I? I'm going to double check that. I think we might have doubled those up. I'm going to check those right there, the Macareese. All right, so we got them now. And we're going to go and get ready. Why don't we go and do our first drawing of the year out of the new? Look, we're about full up already. We got more coming in, and I appreciate. One thing I want to tell you how much I appreciate the very nice notes and all you sent along with your names. I haven't had time to answer all of them, as you can see, but I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, the first winner is going to be the Sandhill Seafood. It's going to be the buffet, the seafood buffet of really fresh seafood, and the winner is going to be. I'm going to stir it all up really good. And winner's going to be right here. It's going to be Robert Scarabin from Weewall, Hitchcock, the first winner of this year. So I'm going to write that down. Today's Friday the 12th. All right. All right, let's go and take our break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at some of these announcements and pictures. One thing, be aware, looking on this chart here, the lower right-hand corner, okay? Let's go back right here, lower right-hand corner. This is fall turkey. It's going out in Zone D, which is us, on January the 14th. Okay, so keep in mind, this is the last weekend of fall turkey hunt. Now, if you're still after those squirrels on the lower right-hand corner, you've got about another 6 weeks, all the way to March the 4th. The first weekend of March, the squirrel season will be going out, okay? So just be aware of those times right there. Okay, a couple of nice pictures come in. Okay, here's a Joe up here fishing out of Burnt Mill Creek. And a really nice fish that caught this at January the 7th, almost 28 inches long. That's a perfect size right there. Be aware too, someone was shot, obviously accidentally, and I've traced it down to FWC, the Fish and Wildlife Commission. They're looking for someone, a public person responsible up there. They call it Chipola, Florida, but it's off the Chipola River. It's near Waddell Mill Creek. If you know anything about it, a 21-year-old man was struck in the leg by a single projectile, and he was treated and released, but they're just trying to investigate, find out what happened up there off the Chipola River. Okay, check out this. This is great. This picture, young man right here, Cade Roxby, with his 45-inch redfish. Took 50 minutes for him to get them in. Here's a dad. This is Bill Roxby, Cade Roxby's dad. Well, we're sending another still picture of the big redfish that Cade caught, and we'll help you see this is a 45-inch redfish he caught on the last cast of the day. It took him 50 minutes to get it in. He was almost in tears. It wore him out. To make the story even funnier, he was sick that morning, and I had planned on going fishing, so he caught this on a Monday before Christmas break. So really, he was out sick that day. The out sick the day, the redfish made him feel a lot better, though. Good job, Bill. Thanks for sending that, and look at it again. Isn't that a happy young man? That's got to make you feel better. All right. Things to do in 2018. Someone sent this. Go fishing more. Fish more often. Fish all the time. Fish more than 2017. Never stop fishing. Fish a lot. All right. And they did find the lost. Let me go ahead and talk about this a minute. They found the young man who had been thrown out of his boat down in Lake Okeechobee. They found him Wednesday afternoon about 1 o'clock, and it's amazing. It was a tragedy, and 6 days after the accident is when they found him, and they were fortunate to find him. And actually, it's 50 miles from where the actual boat went, where they found the boat. So it really was a situation like that. It makes you think about really, I got to thinking about it. If they'd had an EPIRB, stop and think. If they'd had an EPIRB on their body or on their boat, when it crashed, it would have been automatic. That signal would have gone up, and they would have known exactly what to do, and it would have saved his life. And I don't know, bad freshwater. You don't think about EPIRBs that much, but you may want to reconsider these big tournaments that fish on these really big lakes, especially sometimes with weather like that. The EPIRB might even ought to be a tournament regulation that you have an EPIRB on your boat if you fish in these really big lakes where people are going really fast and all. So especially you think people are going to be around, but they're still researching what happened and investigating it. But all the things I've read about it, obviously it got really rough on that south end of Lake Okeechobee, and it hit the water and all, and hit that wave and just crashed, and they couldn't. They started having mechanical problems. They jammed the motor, couldn't get it started. So it was a rough day. But there was a young man there, and our condolences to he and to his family. Okay, check this out. All these bear attacks and all. Listen, this bear. This is in Tallahassee, on the Capitol Circle. All of y'all know where the Capitol Circle is in Tallahassee. They called the FWC and said they'd run over a deer. And the FWC went out and investigated and said, no, it's a bear. But anyway, be aware of the bears. You would think this cold weather, they wouldn't be out that much. But that was right there on the Capitol Circle in Tallahassee. And, all kinds of things going on with bears now. Just be careful of them, especially if you got to walking your dog or something. They're going to be sniffing around that dog, and like I say, we can have accidents with them. Tip of the day, I thought this was in saltwater sportsman. A lot of us hit our legs and all on the trailer hitch. Okay. See what that is right there is a noodle, and you put it on. You still can go ahead and get your trailer on there, but then you keep that with a little zip tie. You can keep that foam pad on there. If you've been outdoors, we've all bumped our leg on that. Okay. I've got some tree stands. We'll talk about the tree stands later because we're going to be running out of time. But I like to pass along little tips and all. I'm not going to do that tip, but some of y'all, if you hit it on a regular basis, you might want to take that foam and put it right there on that. But anyway, I do want to reemphasize what I said earlier about those EPIRBs. We have one when we go off of Carabel. We always have an EPIRB with us, and all the commercial boats have EPIRBs. And like I say, freshwater, you don't see them that much. Hikers use them. We've gone over on the show. We've done a special on the show on the EPIRBs before, and they're just awesome. And like I said, that young man, 26 years old, he would have been, and he was a strong survival swimmer. He was no match for for that cold weather and the hypothermia that set in. So I want to, if you do fish those tournaments and all, and even on the river system, you may be thrown out or something. Most of the time on the river system, you're going to be seen by other people. But on the Lake Okeechobees, the Lake Seminoles, on all those lakes, the crappie tournaments and all, it can happen to you real quick. So I felt real strong about that when I was thinking about it. Okay, now let's get ready to do another drawing, and then we're gonna get ready to do our famous Friday fishing forecast. The winner, this is Tarpon Rock Seafood. This will be a $20 gift certificate. Okay, the winner of $20 gift certificate is going to be Braden Harris from Panama City. All right, Braden. All right, roll them up, and the winner of the Big Red Snapper is going to be Ken Jackson. Ken Jackson. All right, got 3 winners today. 3 winners, and we want to make sure that you get in here and pick those up. I had a couple other things to talk about, but we're about running out of time because we want to get set up for our famous Friday fishing forecast. So let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll get set up for that. All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. We're looking at the fishing report brought to us by Tarpon Dock Seafood. There hadn't been a lot of fishing this week compared to what I thought it would be as far as the warm weather. You know, we had a little 2 or 3 days, but it's during the work week, and that's why we didn't get a lot of people out. But some folks did get out. You saw the pictures. But the folks, I did get some reports on some people going right offshore, not too far offshore, and what's hitting really good now, triggerfish and amberjack. A couple of good reports on those. Steady fishing, and it's fun fishing. Those fish are fun to catch. So that's offshore. The pier fishing, the two fish they're catching off the pier are one is a sheephead and the other is a whiting. And occasionally we call this stuff a winter pompano. If you catch a pompano in the wintertime, there's not very many, but you can catch a winter pompano. But the main fish off the pier is a whiting and the sheephead. Surf fishing, the 3 big fish have been a bull red first. I've been catching a lot of those in a black drum, and then whiting. Those 3 fish are being brought in from the surf, and that's a pretty steady report. You know, from Destin all the way down to Carabel on those right there. Bridge fishing, again, the black drum's good, but now we're really into the sheephead. The sheephead are really stacking up, so be aware that sheephead fishing in January and February is excellent. Okay. But be aware, they're spawning and all, and just keep the ones you're going to eat and everything. Now let's go over here to Choctaw Bay. They're saying from east of the 331 bridge, there's been some really good fishing for speckled trout. The big thing on catching speckled trout. Let me see if I can get into it. Okay, I went way over Pensacola. Now here, let's get to Choctaw Bay. All right. There's a 331 bridge right there, and east of that area, all through here, there's better speckled trout fishing, talking to folks over there and all, and at times I have fished with more speckled trout over in this area, over in here, than on the west side of 331 bridge. The best thing to do, again, is fish the tides, and remember now, they're going to be, this water temperature is still at 55 degrees. It's been 55 degrees for like 2 weeks now. So it's still cool when we look for those pockets. We're always talking about looking for those pockets, those little holes in the water, and you can really do well doing that. Again, the West Bay, coming in the West Bay, I'm going to go and tell you our game plan for tomorrow. We got some folks, Minnesota John and his family are coming down, and we're going to take them fishing. And basically what we've decided to do, Bill and I really talked about it. You would think we would know, we know what we want to do. We just have to try to get the weather right for everything and all. So I think we're going to put in, up here in Lynn Haven and come down here and start fishing. I'll tell you exactly what, we're going to have that northwest wind, okay? So it's going to be coming in this direction here. So we're going to probably fish along in here and then swing up here and fish all through these areas right here. We may run across, we like to fish this area here, but we're going to fish West Bay with our guests tomorrow. And we're going to have a situation where we got a father and a husband and wife and their 2 kids. And I think they're 10 and 12 maybe. So we're going to have a boat full of people, and only 2 of them are going to fish. I think the mom just wants to be out there with the kids, and we can understand that. And so we're looking forward to it, and we're going to be, we don't know really what we'll be throwing tomorrow. We're just going to see what the water clear. Water's going to be clear, but we don't know exactly, where it's going to be moving all. But, that's something else about wintertime fishing. That water clarity, is excellent. So a lot of times the real bright, the yellow tails, what I call them, the little swirly tails, anything that makes some kind of movement to attract them and all. Root beer's always been good too. All right, now, okay, let's move on down. Our second option, we were talking about, catching some of the bull reds here. If you're going to catch bull reds here or here, and that's going to be a good time to do that. But we've got an incoming tide, so you could go tomorrow morning would be good. We just don't know how strong the weather's going to be, and we're taking people that we don't want them to get seasick or anything like that. So that's why we stayed up in the northern end of the bay. And that's something to take in mind too. When you take guests off from out of town, they can get, it's happened to us before, they can get seasick in the bay system. So be aware of that. And okay, let's move on to East Bay. East Bay's been pretty hot compared to everything. Again, Callaway Bayou's been strong. Redfish has been good up in here. There's some oyster bars right there around the old Farmdale area. Okay, keep in mind too, a lot of folks going to be hunting this weekend, so the water's going to be pretty open. This is a prime weekend for hunting, so West Bay is going to be good. Crooked Island Sound, you put in here Davis Beach. Again, northwest wind, think about it. It's going to be excellent fishing if you just want to do some surf fishing right up in here, going down to Mexico Beach. Now, don't forget when you put in Crooked Island Sound, flounder fishing is excellent right here at the mouth. It still should be good. Okay, those flounder are coming back in now. I've seen some flounder catches. I was surprised to see them. I saw flounder catches during Christmas holidays. All right, now quickly moving on down to St. Joe Bay again, the northwest wind. So we talked about this last week. Basically, it'll be the same kind of situation. Town Beach, over in this area here, Blacks Island gonna be pretty rough and all. But the canal, the Highland View Canal is starting to heat up. Okay, if you can get on that canal, you put up here in White City, and I love that boat ramp there because you can go to Lake Wimico real quick, and you go out this way really quick. That's one of my favorite boat ramps right there at White City. It's a good boat ramp, and a lot of fishing can be done from that. We've had really good luck. If you get a speckled trout right up here at what I call that the T, I've done some good videos catching fish right through here. Marion Smith and I have trolled through here before, just trolling, slow trolling with your electric motor, and you can catch some, well, 2 or 3 spots here, you can catch some trout. I'll move quickly down to Apalachicola Bay. Again, it's going to be really good fishing in Apalachicola Bay on the north end, the same places we always fishing all through these creeks here. Put in Abercrombie Landing, put in Howard Creek and go down. Any of those spots are going to be good. Oh, I'm about to run out of time, folks. I'll do a Carabel report first of next week. I'll call them this weekend to find out what's going on. As always, I want to tell you how much we appreciate you watching. I always ask you to do something good today for your fellow man. You have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.